When I think of Peter, I think of the smells. I know that's weird, but hear me out. Blue cheese, for instance. Nobody in Dublin knew what blue cheese was in the 90s. Okay, maybe the fancy foodies down at Cork knew, but it hadn't reached Dublin. It certainly hadn't penetrated the culty student flat till Peter introduced it. Roquefort, probably. Bloody show off. It was a staple in our shared fridge, along with filter coffee and camera film. Camera film in the fridge. Are you joking? No one kept coffee in the fridge, never mind camera film. Just Peter. That was the little kitchen on Dame Street in Dublin in 1996. It was like living on Orchard Road. There was nowhere we wanted to be that was further than a 5-minute walk away. To put it another way, we were right where we wanted to be. The trail continued to Peter's bedroom. It was heady. You didn't have to enter to be hit by the smells. I'm not being mean now. I'm mostly talking about the musk, the aftershave, the leather, tobacco, never unpleasant mind. And on a good day, cigars. Always powerful, manly. Peter was a year older than me and a year older than most of his college friends. But I was like a child beside him, I realise now. I never really thought about this at the time because we were easy and close and constant friends. But I was always in awe of him. In public, in the pub I mean. The aftershave, the heavy leather belt, chinos, denim jacket, Marlboro brand, and one time those cowboy boots from Denver, cut a dash, an all-factory dash of sexiness. So I'm calling my friends sexy. Shoot me. Friends get jealous. We mocked the cowboy boots. They stayed in the wardrobe from then on. This was a one-off. He rarely let his friends cramp his style. In the first years of college, we were lost in the big city, cut adrift from home, and in need of each other. We clung to shared ideas and tastes. Personalities were suppressed for the common good. This music was good, this film was bad. Rhetoric demands a third example, but that was about it, music and film. There were no other frames of reference. The talk was, in fact, 90% music. This was how we made sense of the world. We were young, so sometimes we faked it. I know I nodded along to a lot of stuff I didn't understand or care for. Less so Peter. Peter liked his own stuff. Sometimes he courted controversy. Peter Gabriel, it's beyond the pale. But Peter liked what he liked, and to hell what others thought. We went to the pub when we could afford to, but mostly we sat around in one flat or another, listening to music and watching TV. We probably only had 2 channels most of the time. Sometimes it was quite pathetic. One night I remember standing on the back of a couch, holding the TV aerial above my head to get a better signal. It's just me and David this time. We're trying to tune in to the old fugitive TV show while sharing a bottle of vodka. That was a low point. The next day, Peter brightened up our life. He was back from Bulgaria. Bulgaria, for God's sake. Who goes to Bulgaria in 1994? Peter, that's who. He couldn't always be the international man of mystery. Sometimes even Peter just slummed it on the couch with the rest of us. And sometimes we didn't have the energy to listen to the coolest music or watch the most admired movie. The best of Peter, the truest and most cherished Peter for me, is uncontrollably laughing Peter. These days, when I watch the Steve Martin movie Dead Men Don't Work Plaid, I think of Peter. Nobody had a fit of laughter like Peter. He'd roll forward and back, totally silent, looking at you, pleading for it to stop, tears rolling down his cheeks. He latched on to the line, "Signor, I have your pajamas." For days after, he'd follow me through one pub or another, shouting, "Signor, I have your pajamas." He mentioned it to me last time I saw him, some 15 years later. We met him in Cork. I was so happy to see him. He pulled me in for a hug that day. "You look well," he said. "You too," I lied. He didn't look well for the first time in his life, but he smelled great.